The day I walked onto that church stage and exposed my husband's affair, projecting his bank records, hotel receipts, and messages on a giant screen in front of 200 people, was the day his entire life collapsed and mine finally began. My name is Rachel Morgan, and for 12 years I believed I had the fairy tale marriage every woman dreamed of. I lived with my husband, Ethan, in a quiet suburb just outside Austin, Texas. We had a cozy 2-story home, a rescued golden retriever named Sunny, and plans to start a family when the timing was right. A timing that apparently only he got to decide. Ethan was charming, dependable, the kind of man who could make strangers trust him instantly. He managed our finances, always saying things like, "I'll handle it, sweetheart. You just focus on home." Back then I thought that was love. Now I know better. I was so blinded by loyalty that I didn't notice the signs. His late-night phone calls, the sudden gym obsession, the new cologne he claimed was a free sample. But denial is a powerful thing. It lets you sleep next to a traitor and call it marriage. Everything fell apart the day I accidentally opened one of Ethan's bank notifications. I wasn't snooping. I wasn't suspicious. I simply tapped the wrong email while scrolling. What I saw turned my stomach cold. A $1,982 hotel charge. Another $746 restaurant bill. Then a $12,500 transfer labeled Deposit Condo. Her initials. I didn't know it yet, but I would soon. That night Ethan came home at 2 a.m., smelling of cheap perfume and whiskey. When I asked if something was wrong, he smirked like I was a child. "Rachel, don't be so insecure. It's embarrassing." Embarrassing. That word vibrated in my skull. For days I moved around the house like a ghost. I made dinners he didn't eat, folded shirts he never wore, waited for a man whose heart had already left. One evening as I changed our bedsheets, something slid from under his pillow. A hotel key card. Room 714. My hand shook so hard I almost dropped it. The next afternoon I drove to the hotel. I didn't go inside, I stayed in the parking lot, gripping the steering wheel like it was the only thing keeping me upright. Then I saw them. Ethan and a young woman, later I'd learn her name was Madison, walk out together, laughing, holding hands. His arm around her like she belonged to him. She kissed his cheek. He smiled. A smile he hadn't given me in months. My heart shattered, but the breaking didn't stop there. Later that night, while uploading insurance forms on our family laptop, his messages appeared. "I love you more than her. Rachel won't know. She's clueless. The condo will be in your name." My breath caught. He wasn't cheating. He was replacing me, using our joint savings to build a new life with another woman. I collapsed on the kitchen floor and cried until my chest physically hurt. It was the lowest moment of my life, and I almost gave up. Almost. But then something inside me snapped, not in anger but in clarity. He didn't love me. He didn't respect me. He didn't fear losing me. But he would. I knew I couldn't confront him yet. Not with tears. Not with emotion. Not with weakness. Cheaters feed on chaos. So I gave him calm. For 3 weeks I became the perfect actress. Silent. Composed. Observant. While inside me a storm raged. I hired a lawyer. A tough, sharp woman who'd seen every kind of marital betrayal. When I laid out the bank statements, her eyes narrowed. "Rachel, he's committed financial fraud. Texas requires spousal consent for major property transactions. Every transfer he made was evidence. Every lie was a weapon I could turn against him." Then came the discovery that fueled my revenge. A drafted lease agreement in Madison's email. A lease Ethan typed on our family computer. Under emergency contact, he wrote her mother. Under marital status, he wrote not applicable. He had erased me long before I found the truth. My lawyer looked me dead in the eyes and said, "Use his arrogance. Men like him always think the wife won't fight back." So I did. And fate handed me the perfect battleground. Our church, the place where Ethan always bragged about loyalty and faith, was hosting a 25th anniversary celebration. With donors, families, and over 200 people. Ethan was scheduled to give a speech. And I would give the truth. I gathered everything. Heavy checkmark bank statements, heavy checkmark hotel bills, heavy checkmark screenshots, heavy checkmark the fraudulent condo deed, heavy checkmark a recorded phone call of him saying, Rachel will never know. She's clueless. I placed it all in a folder labeled Truth and waited. The night of the event, the church hall was glowing with lights, music, and praise. Ethan looked perfect. Crisp suit, polished shoes, the mask of a loyal husband securely in place. He stepped onto the stage and began his speech about faith, commitment, and family. I waited. My heart was pounding so hard I felt it in my teeth. Then when he said, "My wife Rachel is the backbone of our marriage," I walked onto the stage. Every head turned. Ethan's smile faltered. "Actually," I said into the microphone, "I have something to share too." The room fell silent. I opened the folder, and one by one, I placed each document on the projector. Heavy checkmark, the condo transfer, heavy checkmark. The hotel receipts, heavy checkmark. The screenshots of him calling me pathetic, heavy checkmark. The recording of his betrayal. Gasps echoed around the hall. Mothers covered their mouths. Elders shook their heads. Madison, who had come to surprise Ethan, fled the church crying. Ethan stumbled toward me, whispering, "Rachel, stop. Please. Not here." But this was exactly where the truth belonged. "You built a new life using my money," I said. "You lied to everyone here. You lied to me. And now they get to see the real you." He tried to grab the microphone. 2 elders blocked him. His entire world crumbled in front of a crowd he once impressed so easily. It was the perfect thumbnail moment. Husband collapsing. Wife holding the receipts. A giant screen showing his lies. Justice, silent, undeniable, public. The fallout was brutal for him. In court, my lawyer dismantled his every defense. He lost. Heavy checkmark, the condo returned to me. Heavy checkmark, half his future earnings, heavy checkmark, his reputation at church, heavy checkmark, his job at the firm, heavy checkmark, Madison, heavy checkmark. His circle of friends, heavy checkmark, his perfect husband image. And me? I walked away with peace. I rented a small apartment in downtown Austin. A place filled with warm lights, new plants, and furniture chosen by me, not him. One afternoon months later, I saw Ethan at the grocery store. He looked defeated, thinner. Nothing like the man who once towered over my life. He couldn't look at me. And for the first time, I didn't feel hurt. I didn't feel anger. I felt free. Every wound he gave me became the reason I rebuilt stronger. Every lie he told became the fuel for my truth. My story isn't just about revenge. It's about reclaiming the power he thought I'd never use. For anyone listening, your silence is not weakness. Your truth is not small. And your justice will come, it always does.
Thank you so much for watching this story on Revenge Uncut. If you felt the emotions, the twists, and the justice in this journey, please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Your support means the world to us and helps our small community grow. We're on a heartfelt mission to reach 1,000 subscribers, and with your help, we know we can get there. Stay tuned for more powerful stories. Your engagement keeps Revenge Uncut alive.